Chinese Horoscope Snake 2017. For the snake, as for most signs of the Eastern zodiac system, the year of the Red Rooster will largely be a turning point in life, since during these 12 calendar months, a whole series of events are going to take place, a confluence of circumstances, which will radically influence how the future lives of representatives of the signs turn out. In general, changes in life, though radical, will be exclusively of a positive nature. Many snakes will be able to take a fresh look at the world around, without the old illusions and childish naivete. They will clearly see only the real things, and thus the decisions they make will be well-founded and reasonable. The only thing which the snake should prepare for in advance is how to make peace with the expectations and the energy of this year's patron, since already from the first month, the snake will have to pull up its socks, gather its thoughts and its strength before going into battle. Initially, representatives of this sign won't have much to be happy about, since for the snake everything will be unfamiliar, all new, unknown, and numerous rookie errors will result from this. But just a little time will pass, and snakes will quickly adapt to the new circumstances created by the fire rooster. They will already be free and at ease to live and enjoy their lives. This year several people will turn out to be Judases, and leave your close circle. At first glance it will seem like everything taking place in the snake's life has a certain negative undertone, betrayed by friends, fired from work, forced to learn, and so on. In the end, however, everything will seem completely different. Your treacherous friends were actually getting in the way of your development and prosperity. The work had no future and gave you no chance of a comfortable existence, and the new knowledge and education will help you to achieve excellent results in completely different areas, to discover new talents, and to polish abilities which fate has bestowed upon you from birth. Without a doubt, it will be necessary to experience turning points, and these may be unpleasant or painful, but in the end it will be a lot easier than leaving everything how it is, and leaving this burden on your frail shoulders. Everyone, not only snakes, has to do spring cleaning in their lives from time to time, to eliminate all bad habits, say goodbye to unnecessary people, quit the old job in favor of a more promising one with better pay, look for and make new acquaintances, friendships, expand their social circle and the number of picturesque places they have been to. It's very hard to align oneself with change and let them into one's life, but the depth and breadth of one's life depends on precisely this. Snakes should remember that life is dynamic. It's not even possible for it to be in stasis. Time passes relentlessly, and so every second a person either moves forward or slides backwards. Unfortunately, there's no third option. The snake's life will start to be radically transformed from day one of the fire rooster's reign. That's why representatives of this sign should be more attentive to the feelings and desires of their close friends and relatives who provide them with support. Work, the series of events, new friends, acquaintances, business trips, routine, all of this could influence relationships in the snake's family in a rather bad way. Thus the snake needs to be more lenient, caring, not indifferent to the other members of its household. It needs to make an effort to take an active role in dealing with family matters, to surprise them from time to time with small presents. Not only will such behavior preserve strong relationships with loved ones, it will also enable the snake to receive reliable group support. Moreover, many important business decisions will be made in due time, solely thanks to family members' participation in the process. Single snakes shouldn't impose their company on members of the opposite sex just to escape loneliness. The rooster, this year's patron, will deal with this problem smoothly, and snakes will meet their destiny already in the first half of the year. You shouldn't forget that in order to have something, you have to put in quite a lot of effort. And whatever has just fallen into your hands, as a rule, doesn't offer any value. So if you want to be seen with someone decent, then you yourself must become decent, work on yourself, your manners, speech, habits, and so on. But if it's hard for you to reform yourself, or if you're just lazy, then you shouldn't expect to see the person of your dreams nearby. more likely you'll attract the kind of people who have the same shortcomings as you. And such a relationship will be twice as hard as being single. For this reason you shouldn't be lazy, make an effort to work on your faults and weaknesses, in order to avoid encountering them in your potential life partner. Homebodies should remember that relationships can become insipid, gloomy and precarious. This could be the consequence of constantly being around each other. In order to avoid breakups and quarrels, it would be best to choose rest or some pastime away from each other. This doesn't mean that you should go off the rails, but everyone needs their own personal space, their own opinion, their own hobbies and their own friends. Only then will they be an individual and an interesting person who has something to talk about. The professional side of the snake's life will be quite diverse and intense. They will have to do a lot of work, responsibly and correctly. The further development of events will depend on the results of this work. Snakes are intellectual, wise, level-headed people, who stand out for their increased ability to communicate, their joviality and deviousness. That's why the year of the rooster will be the most successful in areas such as science, economics, medical practice, sociology and politics. Representatives of the creative professions can expect a surge of inspiration and energy which they will put into their creativity and their search for creative decisions. The snake will need all this in order to achieve its goals and implement its plans, the opportunities, the support, the good luck, and the goodwill of the rooster. It will need to piece all this together and put it into practice. Yes, of course it is necessary to work, but the results will be breathtaking.